Hi, leaders. Thanks for watching this Connect. I hope it helps you to prepare for your lesson this week. We're continuing in Job. We're going to be looking at chapters 38 and 39. And when you get into the classroom, you will just have blank paper in your class and take out some crayons, markers, anything the kids can color and draw with. And we are going to talk to the kids about all of God's creation and how God is all powerful. And He had all of these, He just created all of these awesome animals and all of these wonderful creatures, some creatures we don't even know about yet because we haven't been able to discover them. And we're going to be talking about His great power and all of that. And then we're going to give the kids a chance to make their own animal. So they can combine two animals if they'd like, as I did here. I don't want you guys to be jealous before I show you this about my artistic ability, but I'll show you anyways. So anyways, this is a chickish, and it's a chicken that's also a fish, and it swims in the water. So my combined, I know, it's pretty fantastic, I know. But mine is a combination of two animals. But some kids might want to combine a whole bunch of animals. So they have like a kangaroo who can jump really high, but maybe it's a frog as well, so it can be in and out of the water, something like that. Or they can just make up a complete new animal that they want, that with cool abilities or something like that, anything that they think about, and they're just going to be creating that. And then we're going to transition right into story time, and our connect question is, if you could know the answer to any question, what would you want to know? And then we're going to jump into our study, and like I said, we're in Job 38 and 39, and this is the part of the story of Job where God speaks back to Job. Job is in a lot of pain. He's very discouraged. He's feeling super sad. A lot of bad things have happened to him, and then his friends just came and were basically blaming him for what he was doing wrong. So he called out to the Lord, and the Lord answered him. The Lord actually spoke to him, and God reminds Job of how all-powerful He is. He talks about a lot of His creation, things that He's made. He's asking Job questions such as, were you there when I taught the eagle to soar? Were you there when I created this or that? He's just giving a reminder to Job about who He is. So, this will help the kids to understand that, sometimes we question God and we don't understand. And just as Paul said when he was writing to the people of Corinth, he said, sometimes we look at what God has done for us, and it's like looking through dirty glass. We can't exactly see the right picture. We can't get all the answers. But that doesn't take away from the fact that God is sovereign, and He knows what He's doing. And just because we don't understand it, just because maybe it's too abstract or too advanced for our minds, our simple minds on earth, doesn't mean that God is making mistakes or doing what is wrong, or that God isn't in control. God knows all, and He doesn't make mistakes, and He doesn't do what's wrong. He's always right and righteous and does what is correct. So this is just a lesson that Job needed, and I think that this will be a great lesson for the kids as well, because a lot of times they have circumstances in their lives that they don't understand. And listening to how God explained this to Job, God never came out and said, Job, this is why this is happening to you. Satan came to me. He asked if he could test you. I said, yes, he can test you. Like, God never specifically said that to Job. The way He was answering Job's question was by letting him know who He was, that He is all-powerful, all-knowing God. And that was comforting to Job. That was good for Job. That helped him, and that can help us as well when we're having questions. So that's our story today. Of course, you'll transition right into your worship and offering, and then you will do your blessing. And the blessing this week is from Isaiah. It's in Isaiah 26:4. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord God is an everlasting rock. May you all remember that even when you don't understand your circumstances or your troubles in this world, God is all powerful. Trust in God now and forever. He is powerful and deserving of our trust. Go out into the world and be a blessing to all, and when things get hard, lean on God and His strength and power to see you through the tough times. So that blessing's going to lead them right out of the story room, and they're going to go back to their after story time, back to their individual classrooms. We have many review questions for you to go over with the kids, and like always, you can just do that in more of a classroom setting, or you can play a game asking those questions, however that works for you. And then we have an activity, if time allots. You have an activity called Quick, Name That Animal, and the idea is to have all the kids sit in a circle similar to like Duck, Duck, Goose, and have one child be in charge. They go around the circle and they touch the kids on the head, and then when they touch the person on the head, that person has to name an animal, and they have to do it quickly. Within 10 seconds of being touched. You can even have your class count to 10 after somebody's been touched. And they have to name an animal, and it cannot be an animal that has previously been named. So we're just going to be doing that. If you're with older kids and you want to make it a little bit more specific, make it a little bit harder, you can tell the kids that they have to name an animal that could be found in the zoo, or name an animal that would be found underwater, or name an animal that can fly, or name an animal from a barnyard, something like that. So you can go around and have the kids do that. Just play that quick game. And then if you still have time, of course, we have our prayer. And our prompt today is from Job 9:4. He is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who has hardened himself against him and succeeded? And with the prayer that we're going to be asking the kids to talk about and concentrate on is about their worries, things that they're worried about, and how they can lean on God. And even if they don't understand, they can ask God for understanding, or ask God for strength, or just ask God for peace in their non-understanding. So those are the things that we're going to be working on. And then our Bible work for next week is Job 42. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching the Connect. I do hope that it helps you to prepare for your lesson. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can contact your campus director, or you can even email me. That's fine too. And I'd love to answer any of your questions or any of your concerns. Or if you ever have any suggestions for things that we could be teaching in Sunday school, things to make the curriculum easier for you to teach, or even for this video, I would love to hear that as well. So thank you so much. Have a blessed week and happy teaching. Thanks.